Hello everyone, it's Nanny Moo Moo. Without Papa Donk today, unfortunately he's having to work, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come to Heyshott in West Sussex, which is a small hamlet between Midhurst and Cocking, to look at the church of St James the Great, or just St James, particularly in relation to its connection with Robert Cobden. A recent find of mine at an antiques fair is this book by Arthur Mee, The King's England, Sussex. First printed in 1937, The King's England is described as a new Domesday book of 10,000 towns and villages through 37 volumes. I'm using the Sussex volume to chart out some of the villages and towns I'm to explore. I love the fact that the publishers used one full page for a small inscription of Sussex. A page states that this Sussex volume of the King's England series is a picture of the county as it was before the aerial bombardment of the island. While Robert Cobden was a parishioner here in this church, he's actually buried in West Lavington, which is not that far away from where we are. Let's go and look inside. The church was substantially rebuilt in 1885, but with the south and west walls containing some materials of earlier structures. Heyshott Church was attached to Stedham until 1881, when it was made independent by the Bishop of Chichester. The dedication to St James is modern, perhaps as a link to Stedham, whose patron saint is James. If you have a family connection to Heyshott, the church has a map and a list of burial plots by name. The font, which is rather unusual in design, dates back to the 13th century. All the other fittings are modern. The organ, which is rather splendid for a smallish church, captures your eye as you enter the church. The royal arms over the door are those used from 1714 until 1800 and were probably set up in the reign of George II. The organ was gifted to the church by scholars and students of the school, with the names listed here, a piece of social history. In the 1885 reconstruction of the church, 4 pieces of glass from the late 15th, early 16th centuries passed through various hands before a daughter of Richard Cobden reinstalled them in 1912. On the walls are plaques dedicated to individuals and families connected to the church. I particularly like the stained glass window in memory of those who fell in World War II. There are 3 bells: William Founder, 1390 to 1400, Anthony Wakefield, 1600, and William Eldridge, 1671. Another view of the War Memorial window. I had never heard of Richard Cobden before reading his name in the King's England Sussex book. A Victorian merchant and politician, Cobden was influential in repealing the Corn Laws. He believed in free trade, goodwill among people and nations, liberty and enterprise. This front pew was his seat in the church where he worshipped. Let's take a further look outside. There is some controversy about the age of this church. Some say it is 12th century, others say its beginnings were in the 13th century. But a very peaceful setting nestled into the South Downs National Park. Looking around the graveyard, it's evident that there are some more recent burials, as well as burials that stretch across the centuries. Taking a walk around Heyshott, there's some lovely buildings to see. Just a very, very tranquil place to be walking. And there are public footpaths and bridle ways. If you're more adventurous, you might want to explore further. I've really enjoyed my visit to Heyshott and to St James. It's quite a small church, but I believe it was a chapel of ease back in the day. So if you have time or you've got the inclination, visit Heyshott, take in the atmosphere. I really can't hear any traffic at all, just the birds and the breeze through the trees. Visit Heyshott, look at the church and perhaps take a walk. So from Nanny Moo Moo, and in the absence of Papa Dunk, that's bye for now. That's bye for now.